Gotta get back inside.
Come on in.
I'm quiet and shy.
John, you're quiet and shy. Come on in. Don't be shy. Be like this guy.
I'm often referred to as quite shy.
Listen. Oh, you're leaving you. Just like David Albert, quiet. And he became premier. How the hell did that happen? I don't know.
Are you starting the Stuart Fairgrave for Premier campaign?
Maybe. He says he's quiet. If he's just, you know what, then he may be late for another 4 or 5 years. Okay, Mr. ADHD outspoken one.
What's that? What are you talking about? Squirrel.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's right there. Bill 11.
Yeah.
What happened? What did you vote in?
We just got to make sure here. I think we're at 6 feet apart.
Yeah. What did you vote in?
I voted against the bill.
You voted against, and you're a cabinet minister,
Yep.
and it was a free vote.
Yep.
Why did you vote against?
Well, actually, for me, it was a decision that was we did a lot of research, and I'd like to have full scale scope of information, and don't quite have it. So I'm not a no, or I'm not opposed to vaccinations or anything like that. I just need more information. Are
you afraid that Dominic might not talk to you again? Because he's worse than being Scottish. He's a redhead.
No, not at all. Not at all. One of the things about Dominic is that from the time I met him, you could have a different opinion and have a conversation, and isn't that the process that we want to see more often?
What happened? There was protests here outside.
I don't know about that.
Those people are persistent.
I never paid attention to that. Like I said, my position for myself, for my family, pro-vaccination, absolutely. It's not a matter of that. It's just legislation, and I went through a process of research and said, for right now, with what's in front of me, I didn't support it.
Yeah, but it wasn't more personal than the bill. No, I'm not. I'm talking about Dominic and the protesters and social media.
You know what? Like I said, with my department, I got so much stuff that I'm so focused on. This was legislation. It was related to another department. I researched it and came up with a decision. So
what's wrong with you? You're not. You're just changing me a politician. Oh, that's right. You are a politician. You can't answer the damn question. Was it personal or what happened?
Well, I don't
people
know.
were all upset.
I don't know.
Have you seen on social media there was personal attacks here?
Yeah, well, you know
but
what?
you're so brave being a monitor. So brave.
I didn't get any of that. Like nobody attacked me or anything like that.
Who would attack a nice guy like you?
Well, you know what? I'm all right with people attacking me. I got no problem with that. But on that one, I didn't see anything. So
I don't know. It's so is that it? No more vaccination talk? Is that over?
Yeah, it's over.
It's over. No more.
Yeah. The existing mandatory vaccination legislation still remains, and we carry on.
So the one that against the vaccine won.
No, well, I mean, you'd have to talk to somebody that would be more involved in that side of it.
What kind of ADHD person are you? Don't you have 5 different brains that you could at least have one say about the vaccine?
Well, like I said,
come on,
none of my
what's
brains,
wrong? Minister, what's wrong?
None of my brains were involved in the protest or anything like that. Legislation comes in, I read it, study it, and then vote accordingly. So that was it.
Higgs is getting, I don't hear bad things about Higgs.
Well, that's good, because I don't think I've ever seen anybody work as hard and as consistently and constantly over the last 3 or 4 months. I mean, at times we said, you got to take a break, because he while we were dealing with a crisis in the province, he never let up.
But if you call an election, he'll win with a majority.
If you call an election with a majority, I would hope that New Brunswick sees that through COVID, as well as the initiatives of this government, in the last year and a half, we've done some amazing things.
But isn't that scary?
What?
Higgs with a majority?
Oh, no, I don't think so.
Come on, be honest.
No, I don't think so.
Not because of your job.
You just saw an example right there of, I mean, we've got very independent thinking ministers and members. And believe me, we look at everything from a very broad perspective, nothing shoved down the throat, and we have a chance to try to do stuff that's better for the province. I'm very proud of what we've done, although it's been a minority. If it was a majority, the same theme of doing what's right for the province is still going to exist. We campaigned on that, looking for a majority in 2018. Doing the right thing.
Since your ADHD is focused on one issue only, any forest fire in this province so far? Active?
Everything's under. There's some stuff, nothing major.
Is there?
I think that I've been very happy to hear that forestry operations are very, very aware of that, and they're working to reduce their operations, so that, you know, like a careless spark or, you know, an incident could create, like the woods are really dry right
So when it says the index says all red,
Yep.
no burning,
Yep.
they could still go in the forest
No, they can still go in, yes, yeah. Now,
and
when
clear cut.
what's it?
And clear cut. They could go in and clear cut.
Well, forest fires are not started by forestry operations, but in this latest one, we're very hot and very dry, so the forestry companies are, we don't have any issues with them. They're usually the first ones to come to us and say, we're going to be very careful here, and we'll curtail our operations, and they don't want to be part of the problem.
How many water bombers do you have here in New Brunswick?
Don't know right now.
How many that the government runs?
Oh, how many the government? We got 13 here in the
Oh,
province.
13
Yeah,
is it?
Yeah.
One pilot only? Or
No,
two?
no, there's a crew of them. There's different ones all over the place. FPL, Forestry Protection Limited, they handle that. So,
Who?
FPL.
What's that?
That's the company that's contracted to do the forestry.
Irving?
No, it's not Irving. They do budworm spraying and forestry protection and stuff like that. Anything that's aerial.
And the orange spray program?
No, that's done.
That was what, 50 years ago?
Yeah, Agent Orange. That's right.
Yeah, Agent Orange. That was
I saw a documentary on Vietnam the other day about Agent Orange and stuff. Very interesting. Anyway, there, I just went.
That's all right. I like it better that way. Then I can follow.
Yeah,
it's
took me
okay.
down a different path.
But no updates. The clear cutting is still going. No mercy.
No, well, forestry operations are going on according to the
forestry operation. Don't you like that political word? Forestry operation.
Absolutely, and once
not
again,
clear cutting. Forestry operation.
Once again,
where did you get that word?
Well, that's what it's called.
Bureaucrats?
That's what it's called. And once again, they're working within their 13% footprint of the province for plantations. Once it's summer, and once it's dried up, they get in there and they do their work. And once again, you saw the maps. I brought you up and showed you.
Yeah. And that's it. Did I miss anything? Are we going to kill all those fish up north?
Well, DFO's the driver on that. That's a federal initiative. My department we have nothing to do with that, other than the fact that I mean, we're sitting at the table when they have the discussion, but DFO is the driving force on that.
What's the problem? Do you know what the problem is?
Well, there was a bucket. Over 10 years ago, some bucket biologist took a bunch of smallmouth bass and dumped them in the lake.
Why?
I don't know. Well, why do people do that? That's happened in different places over the course of the province, but when it happens, arguably it should have been dealt with a long time ago, but it didn't. And now they've breached the lake and they're in the river.
So they want, before the salmon arrive, they want to electrocute all the fish, and there'll be thousands of fish.
It's not electric.
What is it?
It's called rotenone, and it's a substance that they want to put into the water, and it only affects animals with gills, and I guess amphibians and stuff like that, and it eliminates their ability to breathe. And then there's a basis of, and there's ingredients in it that came from First Nations. They used to use it. That's how First Nations would fish. Now I'm getting way off, and I don't know all of the details on it, but it's a natural substance that interferes with the gills and the ability to breathe. And so, like I said, though, DFO is the one that authorizes it and permits it and all of that stuff. So what we're saying is, I'm working with people who have concerns over it, people that want to do it, and I'm basically saying that, I need all you guys to get to the table, and all the questions have to be answered.
There's still lots of salmon coming in.
Well, salmon coming in, see there, that's very interesting. With the salmon going out is one thing, but where do they go? The salmon coming in, the numbers are really low.
Greenland.
Yeah, and I've always said that there's issues out there in the ocean.
Oh yes, there's. I seen a picture on the National Geographic.
Yeah.
I'll never forget that. That was about 30 years ago, maybe longer. They showed the Statue of Liberty. Hello, Statue of Liberty.
Hey, Sherry.
Statue of Liberty, this tall.
Yeah.
And the net was this tall.
Yeah. Yeah, and
they showed the fish, the industry inside the tanker, just a process and everything.
And that's, offshore fisheries is the realm of somebody a lot smarter than me, but there's that. Apparently there's a big increase in the seal population.
Yeah, that too.
And there's a lot of water between the Atlantic and Greenland, right? And so there's stuff that's happening out there that's causing a significant reduction in the amount of fish coming back. So there's a lot of issues we got to deal with that.
Did our ADHD minds forget something?
No, I don't think so. But The one thing about you is that I know that there will be a next interview.
One thing.
Our trip to Miramichi.
One thing about me, who said I shall return?
I shall return.
MacArthur.
I will be back. Arnold Schwarzenegger.